Hello and welcome everybody to another Foundations Arena Direct Sealed Deck event. What does this mean? Well, if we pick up 6 wins before we pick up 2 losses in best of 1 sealed deck, we get live physical booster boxes of Foundations. And that is an amazing thing. We get 2 boxes. And look, we already have, well, we have a lot of things here, but one of them, the top one, means that we've already won 2 booster boxes, and we are going to be using up all of these 100,000 gems that we have to try to win as many boxes of Foundations as possible, and I want to share that experience with all of you. Now, before we head into the sealed deck, I just wanted to say that this video is brought to you by tcgplayer.com. Check out tcgplayer.com for all your TCG singles and sealed product needs, whether or not you need to pick up that Foundations box just because you couldn't win one this weekend, or you needed a couple singles to round out your constructed deck. Check out tcgplayer.com and make sure you click that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Additionally, check out heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. If you want top-of-the-line supplies like deck boxes, like playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, and more, go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. All right, here we go. Another shot. By the way, I'm going to be doing so many of these videos that I will be posting some of the videos that don't make it onto YouTube because I don't have enough videos. I'm going to be playing so much. So if you want to watch additional sealed videos, I'm going to actually be posting them for free. This is going to be public content on my Patreon, patreon.com/paulcheon. So make sure you go check that out. All right, here we go. That's a lot of rares. No, it's not enough rare. Double Giada. Double Giada. I have a Genesis Wave and a 1,000-Year Storm. Clearly, I haven't taken these cards yet. But Double Giada, I really hope I have some Angels. Abyssal Harvester is fine. And a Homunculus Horde can be okay. Probably better in Sealed, actually, if you find enough card draw. And the Archmage of Runes, I'm not a big fan of. But in Sealed, since it's slower, it's still probably a decent card. But right now, I'm going to be looking at my white cards and hoping for a bunch of Angels. So Giada times 2. We got a Dazzling Angel. And that is all. Womp womp. But hey, we have a Helpful Hunter. We have a Jouster, a couple Healer's Hawks, a Fleeting Flight, Prideful Parent's fine. Claws Out is okay if you're aggressive. So, perfectly fine white cards. White is fairly deep, one of the deeper colors in the entire set. Moving on to blue. Blue looks absolutely mediocre. Strix Lookout, Think Twice, Homunculus Horde, Lightshell Duo, double Uncharted Voyage, and the Archmage of Runes. That's basically it, along with the Self-Reflection if we need. Taking a look at our black, I'm really hoping that I can find good removal here because my white did not provide me any removal. Black gives us a smattering of cheap sacrifice cards. Abyssal Spectre is a card I really like. The Plunderer is fine. Vessel is another card I really like. The Soul Caller is fine, but no removal. How did I get no removal? My white is the only thing with removal in the Joust Through. All right, let's move on to color number 4. Burst Lightning and a Braid and Heartfire Immolator are nice. So maybe red is where we need to be. We shall see. Moving into green. Where's my depth? Where are my good cards? Do I just not have enough? I have been struggling with this sealed format, just in the sense of I just don't end up having enough playables. Maybe I have to play these Witness Protections. Green gives me a Bushwhack, a Bite Down, some 2-drops, no bombs. Elvish Regrower is very good. Okay. For lands, we have 3 dual lands along with 2 Evolving Wilds. You love to see Evolving Wilds in sealed. And then there's a Balmor. And then all these other cards are kind of mediocre cards. So let's sort through everything that we have here and see what we're looking at. You know, honestly, I don't see a lot of late game potential with what I have laid out. I feel like, based on what I see, white is pretty clearly one of the colors that we're looking to be playing. This looks to me like I want to beat people down. I just don't see a lot of inevitability built in. I have some cheap flyers here. I have a Claws Out, and maybe I can finish people off that way. The problem is, in blue, I just don't have enough those creatures to actually go down that route. So I don't think I want to play that. And like I said, I feel like I just need to play the white. 1, 2, 3, 4. We just have too many reasonable cards that go in that archetype. So the question is, what do we want to pair with the white? Doesn't look like it's going to be the blue. If I want to be aggressive, Witness Protection is not the card that you want. Red gives us access to Burst Lightning and Abrade, and Heartfire Immolator, a decent curve. Green gives us access to Bushwhack and Bite Down. Dwinnen's Elite kind of stinks. It's just a 2-mana 2/2. I'm not going to have a lot of elves. So the question is, do I want the green better or the red? So let's hide the blue for now. There's also black, but I just don't like the fact that black just doesn't have any removal. So, and it's important to have some interaction, even if it's... Okay, look, there's a couple of ways you can build a sealed deck, right? It's either you have enough interaction where you can kind of look to play a long game and make sure you have enough removal spells to get through, to get to the long game, but you can't play a deck that's playing a bunch of expensive cards looking to get to the late game without removal. You need to have ways to kind of clear the way. So the other way to do that is by curving out, and putting maximum pressure on your opponent before they can kind of play the cards that they need to actually come back. You know what? Let's just take a look at red-white. Let's just take a look at red-white and just kind of see what a red-white deck looks like here. Okay, so this is a red-white deck. We have a great curve. We fly, we have ground creatures. Courageous Goblin, not at its best in red-white, but we do have some big creatures like Juggernaut. Obviously, I don't love Juggernaut, but if I'm being aggressive and I have combat tricks and I have 2 Courageous Goblins that need 4-power creatures to trigger this could be something that we do. Is it exciting? Absolutely not. Is it a playable deck that has a game plan with plenty of 2-drops and a good curve? Absolutely. So this is exactly the example of the type of deck that you could be looking to play to try to just beat people down. This is not a spectacular deck by any means, but it is a functional deck that works well. The cards kind of all work well together. What else are options? So this is red-white. One of the top options, honestly. But let's take a look at what else we have. Black-white. We have some sacrifice stuff. We have the Gourmand, the Hungry Ghoul as ways to sacrifice. We have some sacrifice fodder in the Infestation Sage and the Reassembling Skeleton, and the Infernal Vessel. Abyssal Harvester is a pretty solid card. But like I said, my big issue with that color combination is the fact that I can't really kill anything. But I'm going to lay it out super quick, and then after I do that, I'm going to lay out the blue-white deck. Yeah, I mean, this deck just looks kind of worse. Like, I don't have the Burst Lightning, I don't have the Abrade, which I think are pretty important. And I do have the Gourmand, which is nice. But I just don't know that this has what it takes. Shriekmass isn't particularly good. I think it's somewhat close. But like I said, I feel like my best shot with my somewhat underpowered pool of cards is to be aggressive. The other color combination that I was looking at is green-white because it does have Overrun. And I have a green-white dual land, okay? And Overrun could be something that I'm interested in doing here, just curving out and playing Overrun. So let's see what the Overrun deck looks like. So this is the other deck. Dwinnen's Elite is largely a 2-mana 2/2, which isn't ideal. There's Wary Thespian. This just seems worse as well. Bushwhack is okay, but it's certainly worse than Burst Lightning or Abrade. Like, these removal spells are much, much worse. My 2-drops are better in the red deck. Elvish Regrower is a good card. And Overrun is pretty tough to cast. So you know what? Let's just beat people down. Let's just beat people down. Is it exciting? No. But do I believe that it gives us the best chance? I think so. And the Immolator too. This card is actually very, very good. So let's go with the red here and see how this deck plays out. Just play a bunch. I mean, there is a bunch of filler level cards in here. Like Twin Blade Blessing, I've never played. Enchanted Creature has Double Strike. Yikes. All right. Yeah. Let's go for it. Boros Beatdowns. I do not have the highest of hopes for this. But let's hope that we can just trick our way into some victories. All right, now before round 1 starts, I just wanted to say that if you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Access to the Patreon does give you access to my Discord channel, along with a variety of other benefits, but I do think the access to the Discord channel is huge. tons of people posting pictures of their sealed decks, getting help building their sealed decks to all try to win boxes together. All right, gonna keep this. Don't have actually cheap things to play, but I do have this Burst Lightning. And I have a Prideful Parent on turn 3, so... Oh, a fellow Boros opponent. Let's kill the Axguard Cavalry, play Prideful Parent, and beat down. Could have used your turn 1 there, buddy. Could have used you there, turn 1. Okay. Not going to use the Twin Blade Blessing just yet. I want to at least be able to use it as a combat trick to kill something. Mardu? Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. And they have 2 mana available, so that's kind of rough. They could have Fake Your Own Death, which is why I went with the Raider, but I'm not even sure if that's correct. Helpful Hunter is good. Oh man, this Sky Knight Legionnaire, or Sky Knight Squire, is going to be a problem. It's funny that they didn't play this on turn 2. Make your move. Oh. Okay. Hey, you know what? This isn't that bad. Now I get to attack. Okay? Now I get to attack. That is an ambitious block. Alright, let's play Giada. And we're just kind of all in here. We're just kind of all in. Healer's Hawk. It's a large Sky Knight Squire. And I just don't have removal, so I just have to kind of go wide here. I mean, it's possible they're just going to want to keep attacking me. I don't know. I don't know why, but okay. I guess they're at 14 life. It's not actually crazy. Oh gosh, I want to get this Cathar Commando off the battlefield, don't I? I will actually just accept this trade. That's the play here. Because I want to play Juggernaut and just surprise kill them with Twin Blade Blessing. I think that might be my best hope. That might be my best hope. They are hellbent on attacking me, so... If they had a creature, they would have played it. Oh, it's just a removal spell? I see. Well, that's unfortunate. Question now is, do I want to cast this just to get in for 2 extra points of damage? This is going to hit them down to 9, then maybe I have to chump here. If I play a big thing, that's 3/6 damage. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, let's take it. Goblin Borders. Why didn't they play that first? So what is my route to victory here? 3/6. Sure Strike. A Braid. Oh, okay. And then we just chump with the Squire. Maybe I should have put it on the Goblin. I didn't know I was going to draw a removal spell, though. Oh my gosh. What a silly game. That was unexpected. Man, that Twin Blade. I just don't have enough cards. I literally just don't have enough cards. Like, I'm playing every red or white card in my deck outside of Crackling Cyclops, and I don't want to put that in my deck. I have Campus Guide. You know what I mean? What can I splash? I can splash Balmor, but I don't have any duels to do that, so I just have to play an island in my deck, which seems awful. All right, here we go. Just red, white, mediums. All right, well, that was fast. Maybe we'll have another fast one. Also, this is kind of those one of those, like, I'm hoping that I just get, like, super aggressive, stupidly fast starts. And I need to be on the play also every game. If I'm not, I'm sad. Gold vein pick, okay. Kind of interesting here. Like, what do they do if they play a creature? What do I do if they don't play a creature? Infernal Vessel, yikes. I think I'm gonna block. Don't really have good attack, so. I need a 4-power creature. Never have I needed a Juggernaut more in my life. Alright, get your treasure. Three, my only weakness. How did they know? This deck is so... I don't... Yeah. Maybe red-white's not the answer. Maybe I just need to find a color combination that's just deeper. Right? This is just not... This is just not it. It certainly doesn't feel like it. I mean, it's possible that the overrun variant is better. It at least gives me another way to just kind of close out games. Like, right now, this is just kind of embarrassing. Like, I have to play... I think I just have to play too many bad cards for this color combination, so... I'm gonna go back to the drawing board. Maybe it is the black-white deck with no removal spells just because it was the 2 deepest colors. And then we just... hope? Alright, they're at 12. I need a claws out, I guess. Okay. I will take it. Just don't have that many impactful spells. Well, speaking of impactful spells... They're at 12 life. I mean, they have three mana up too. Okay. All right. They're at 8 life. I'll take this, and maybe I can use the Burst Lightning to kill a blocker, or that doesn't do much. Okay. That's pretty good. Yeah. Okay. They're at 8 life. I can kill the Hawk with my Immolator. I probably need to be Burst Lightninging something here. It could be the Infernal Vessel. It could also be the Lifelinkers, and I just try to get in. This is a close one. I'm at 10. Yeah, I'm gonna... This is kind of weird, but I'm gonna kill the Felidar Savior. Just because I think that gives me the best chance of possibly winning. Why did they move the Goldvein pick? I guess they have something to do with it. Yeah, this deck is just too bad. It is just not able to get it done. I thought maybe just like good old-fashioned curve out beats would get it done, but I don't think it can. You need some synergies, or you need just better rate creatures. I have just far too much garbage in my deck to make this a feasible strategy, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 4. I go to 10. No, I can't. Never mind. Damn it. That was loose. I should have eaten something. Not that it matters. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Aggro, at least with this configuration, that last play was also just atrociously bad. So let's just quickly adjust this deck real quick and see what a black-white deck looks like. All right, this is the black-white deck. I have a Macabre Waltz. I have even less combat tricks, less removal. Oh my gosh. Why? Sometimes you just get these pulls where you just want to... You're like, what can I even do? Yeah, maybe it's green-white. Maybe it's green-white. Maybe it's something like this. And we at least have Overrun. And maybe I'm going to have to main deck Broken Wings and just try to get through this way. Yeah. I could see this being the deck that we go with. All right. I'm going to try green-white. Let's see how this goes. I'll have to make a couple of cuts, but maybe it's this. Okay. You know, I'm beginning to think, because I've had a couple of these that went really horribly. I'm beginning to think that this sealed format might be a little bit rough, just because the packs are just not deep enough in a lot of instances, and so you're really scrapping for playables. Okay, on the play here, green, white. Look, this is a desperation heave-ho type situation where I'm just gonna play creatures and try to overrun my opponents. Literally with the card overrun. It's all. It's. I just want to play a creature next turn. So. What? Okay. That was unexpected. Look at my hand. I have this Broken Wings that will basically never do anything. It's so unlikely to play against red-green. Oh! Just kidding! We found a target. Alright. It's not great, but it's really not going to kill anything else. Oh, they just missed out on 3 damage? That's cool. No, I mean, it makes sense. I had a bunch of mana up, so it's kind of dicey to do that. Well, Overrun certainly we don't want with this hand. Alright, Dazzling Angel. How is their entire deck? How is their entire deck immune to how is their entire deck immune to my Joust Through? This is one of those I'm so behind situations, or I don't think I'm ahead, that I'm just gonna go for the Giant Growth and hope it works. That doesn't work. My creature flies. That is awkward. Alright, well, those are the types of things that we need to see for this to have a chance. So let's keep going strong. That was kind of a disaster what they did that last turn. But of course they can always come back here somehow, some way. Let's play Hawkerino. That's 3 creatures in play, so now we'll be able to trigger the Armistice Guide. And we have a Claws out. So. Let's pump the Hawk. And alright, hey, we got 2 wins. We played creatures. And then our opponent killed their own creature. And we need to do that just 4 more times. That's all. Alright, opponent on the play. Why can't Wary Thespian be an elf? Don't play Llanowar Elf. That's just far too unreasonable. I will accept turn 1 Bushwhack. Wait. Getting a forest. Are they mono green? What happened to my voice there? Whoa. Excuse me. Bushwhacking for a forest is a thing. Okay, I see. And they have a 1-mana creature, maybe? No. Alright. I'm gonna play the Thespian here. Maybe I draw my 1 elf. Oh! There's an elf. Wow, Evolving Wilds? Well, we're certainly not pressuring them at all here. Like a Gnarlid colony or something? Yeah, okay. Let's attack. Do we want to bin this? I actually think I want the Overrun. This feels like the type of hand that wants to keep Overrun. So, the reason why I didn't play Dwinnen's Elite is I know what this is my game plan. It's so unlikely for them to not play a creature that turn, where... And of course they did. They did. Rather, they didn't. But I value having that extra creature more. And having the elf in play from the Elvish Regrower here. I got 4 lands. I just need to draw any land, so I'd rather just take another creature back. Broken Wings? Okay, that's fine. So we missed out on a couple points of damage, but... Okay, well, the nice thing is that doesn't do much right now, right? They have no creatures in play. We now have this elf in play, and we are somehow living the dream with these Dwinen's elites. Now all we need to do is draw a land, and we get to overrun for the win. Savannah Lions. Okay. I want to have all my creatures in play for the overrun, so I'd rather keep the fleeting flight. Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. We played creatures. They had a really bad draw. That was a horrendous draw. And Broken Wings, actually, you know what? The more I think about it, it feels like it's actually playable in sealed because one of the best colors are blue, white, and black. And so there's a really high chance your opponent's going to be blue or white, meaning you're likely going to have a target, and then people tend to play more artifacts and enchantments and such, I feel, in sealed, so seems decent. I'm not going to go as far to say it's great, but it seems like it's playable, and especially because we're so light on interaction. Hey, look, that's another Broken Wings target, if we can find it. Otherwise, we're just going to lose to it. Okay, that is a Giada. We'll play that. Man, wish just like if we had like 3 elves, that would be great, right? That would be great. I don't think I'm gonna claws out soon. I'd rather have a creature that's really hard to block. Prideful Parent, yeah, they can't block by Paladin, so that's great. And then we get to go... You know, honestly, they are almost dead. Like, we go Prideful Parent, and then Claws Out costs 3 mana now? Everything gets +2/+2? If I draw a land, I can go Claws Out plus Giant Growth? It's a lot. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right. Game. How are we doing it? I can't keep getting away with it. This was a Hail Mary. This was a Hail Mary, but we're getting it done here. We got some gems back. I did not think we would make it this far. What if we win 2 in a row? How sick would that be? Quick run, quick games. I guess there's a pretty big difference between 6 and 7, and then also the number of games I have to win. Overrun, obviously not great, but 2 lands on the play with Helpful Hunter and a 3 mana play if I draw a land. Feel like I'm going to keep this. I'm pretty likely to find a land here. In 3 draw steps. And of course, if we don't, we'll be sad. Alright, we found a land, so happy enough with that. Plenty of creatures. Campus Guide, okay. I'm going to attack with the Helpful Hunter, because I'm playing the Paladin here. The Thespian is nicer because you can surveil, but my curve is somewhat low. And if I draw a forest next turn, I can double creature, which is pretty nice. That's crazy. Alright, what do I even want here? I don't want plains. I think I'll bottom plains. Do I want Giada? Could see wanting Giada. No, I don't. The thing is, look, with my... Oh, okay, well, this is how we're going to lose. This is how we're going to lose. That's fine. That's fine, I guess. I need a forest. That's what I'm looking for. I don't want that. I really just want specifically forest. I don't know if I necessarily have the time for the Evolving Wilds. That's not good. Okay. Don't want the plains. Oh, this is brutal. I don't think... Yeah. I mean, their deck is just so good. And I have no removal. Well, there's our forest, but is that even enough? I don't think so. I guess I can play Armasaur Guide. Do I want to attack with all three? I don't think so. I'm just going to attack with this. And then I'll just Giant Growth. Just get a blocker out of the way, you know? I mean, this just gives us the best chance. They're like an awesome Sultai pile of good cards. They probably have found a removal spell at this point. They discarded a Meteor Golem, so I can basically expect the Armasaur Guide to die, right? Then, with my Overrun, I can deal 9 points of damage from the creatures on the left. 12, 34, 15, 16. 12, 34, 15, 16. That's 16 damage. The thing is, they don't even need to really... They don't have... They can just keep their creatures back, right? Yeah. The longer the game goes, the better it is for them. Yeah. So, our opponent playing it right, and we now have little to no hope. There's a very, very big gap in the power level of our decks. They get to double the counters on this. They're literally making an 8/8 flyer and a 6/5. Like, what am I supposed to do, right? The only way I can win is if they somehow inexplicably get way too aggressive and attack with their creatures. But I think my opponent knows how to play Magic the Gathering. I'm giving them credit. Their account name is Counter Magic. They know what's up. And now they're in a position where they're just like, what's the worst thing that they can have? And then they can just kind of play around that. Huh? What was that? Did they forget to double the counters on this? What happened? That was such an odd sequence. Wait, do we have a chance here? Do we have a chance here? I'm gonna do the math just for fun, okay? So they have 10 toughness. I don't think we have enough. I don't think so. So 3, 6, 9, 12 damage from Overrun. 16, 12, 16, 17, and 19 plus 3, 22, 23, 24. 24 damage. Wait a second. No shot. Did they really throw this away? What even was that runaway together? This would be just the biggest throw ever. Oh my gosh. Hold on. They have 10 toughness and I have 12 plus 7, 19, 24. Oh, 10 toughness, 24 minus 10. That's 14 damage. Oh my gosh. What? I was ready to throw the towel in. That's crazy. Overrun for the win. They're questioning everything right now. They're like, why did I spend these gems? If I was gonna just... Oh my goodness. That's incredible. This is crazy. That... I just had no business winning that game. They had a Zimone going, a Dreadwind Scavenger with a gazillion tokens. I mean, if they had nothing to follow that up, I guess. But they had Runaway together in response to the overrun. All right, you know what? I got my money back. I am happy. Let's go. 5-1 somehow. We are now playing for 2 boxes. There's a lot on the line here. Come on, we need a lot of things to go right here. Well, this is about as good of a hand as you could expect from our pool of cards. I'm not going to mulligan this. Turn 1 Evolving Wilds from the opponent, and we have the Healer's Hawk. Now, we do have the overrun here. Missing some crucial green mana. We'll get there. The Wary Thespians will make sure we get there. Oh, black-white, okay. That might be tough. Alright, basically, if it's a plains, I don't want it. If it's a forest, I do. It's kind of where I'm at. Next turn, we get to play Prideful Parents. And then we're getting to a spot where we're... The thing is, we need to continue pressuring their life total and get them low enough here. Given the overrun, I'm not interested in trading here, I don't think. Oh, okay. Also, I knew that the forest was on top, so I'm just not getting a whole lot of surveil value. Now I can just block. I could potentially just block with the Thespian now. Or I can just continue to take it. Or I can just block with Prideful Parent and just... whatever. Not worry about it. Exemplar... Wait! Why did they not play that prior? Wow. I basically didn't want to give them a free block with the Vengeful Blood Witch. We'll see what happens here. Now they get to draw a card. Ah, that's not great. God, Exemplar of Light's so good. Alright. At least we got them to use the armor. Wow, their deck is incredible. Elvish Regrower. Oh, man. They're at 19 life? What the hell am I supposed to do? At least it doesn't have lifelink. Alright, let's get back our Hawk. They're at 12 life. We got to actually hit them for a fair amount there. And we got rid of their ability to gain life. If we can just find a forest here, that would be ideal. It's also possible we can, if they don't add enough to the board, we can just keep attacking. Painful Quandary? Oh my gosh, they gave us a free roll. They gave us a free roll. So this blocks here, this blocks here. That's not great. Well, is it a free roll? I don't actually know. I don't need the Armor Sword Guide, and I just want to stay at a somewhat healthy life total here. Oh no. That is so miserable that they drew Tiny Bones. Forest for the win! Forest for the win! Please, give me that forest! Ah! Golly! Just gotta get aggro. Okay. 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 The Painful Quandary is actually quite annoying. Alright. Ball's in your court. They gotta have something here. Bake into a pie. So I do want to save that, I think. And I will take the damage. I don't want them to get the food to gain the life. That's the big thing here. So they drain me for 2. I get to surveil. This thing grows. Am I dead? No. Planes I don't want. Okay, they're at 10 life. They can hit me for 9. Actually, this I made fun of the Quandary, but we'll see what happens here. They're at 10 life. Forest for the win. Okay, that doesn't do it. If they attack me, that doesn't... Okay. Okay, I have a Healer's Hawk to block, though. Come on! That is so disappointing. That is so disappointing. I have to attack with everything. Does this get first strike? No, it doesn't. I just needed a forest. Oh my gosh. Let's hope they trade. Oh, that's so good for me. That's so good for me that they did that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. If they blocked my 3-1 instead of my 4-3, if they blocked my 2-2, it would have been way worse for me. So they're at 4 life. If they draw a removal spell, I die. This is so stressful. They gain a life from this as well. So let's say they play a creature and they attack me and I block. They go up to 5 off the ranger. And then they can block the ranger, but then die. Oh no, that was a mistake. I drew them a card. No, but I needed the extra creature. Oh my gosh. Authority of the Council's... Their cards are just so much... No! Oh, what a heartbreak. Oh my gosh, our opponent's deck was so much better than ours. They even played a couple of not so good ones, but man... That feels really bad. That feels really bad. Oh, we fought and we clawed our way back after a 1-1 start. Was it an 0-1 start, a 1-1 start? We had a really bad red-white pool. We actually got ourselves in position there. But we needed the green source. We only had 9 green mana, but also keep in mind that I had this bushwhack to go get a forest, and I have a bunch of white cards too. So I just felt like this was the best distribution of colors. Maybe I should have played another Evolving Wilds so that my Regrower can get back the Evolving Wilds to get the mana fixing. So just looking back, I think maybe there were some small adjustments, but playing 3 tap lands in a deck that's kind of looking to curve out and cast Overrun and Claws Out is also really awkward, right? So it's give and take. It's give and take. And so this card is obviously powerful, but all we needed was a freaking forest to cast Overrun for the win. I'm hoping the Tragic Banshee was the first card that they drew and not the second card. Had the Broken Wings. All right, well, you know what? This deck played out better than I thought it would. And honestly, getting my gems back with this pool, I should be happy about it. I should be. But obviously, when you are in position to win those boxes and all you do is get your gems back, it's a pretty rough spot. It's a pretty rough spot. This sealed format's kind of hard. Sometimes you're just going to open some really, really rough pools, and you're just going to have to try your best to fight through and figure out what's going to give you the best chance to win. You're not going to have a bunch of different builds available, right? And so, you know, maybe had I started with this build initially, I wouldn't have picked up my first loss. It's too hard to tell at this point. But you know what? Hey, we still won 5 wins. We got our gems back. I'm going to keep fighting through the weekend and continue trying to win some boxes so that I could stack up the boxes behind me. Wouldn't that be something else? Ugh. Anyways, 5-2 finish. Sadly, only 2 boxes so far for us, but I promise I will try my best to win more boxes in future videos. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That is patreon.com/paulcheon. Special shout out to all the patrons. Thank you so much for all your support. It means a lot, and it really makes it so that I can continue making all of this content. Additionally, check out tcgplayer.com for all your TCG singles and sealed product needs. Make sure you click that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Last but not least, check out heavyplay.com for top-of-the-line Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories, deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, and more. Heavyplay.com/paulcheon will get you 10% off your first order. Additionally, they will have a presence at PAX Unplugged in the coming weeks, so make sure you check them out, tell them Paul sent you, and you will still get that discount at the booth. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.